Hello, Pisces. How are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are having a lovely day or evening or night, whatever time you decide to watch this video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Also, share this channel. And if you guys need a personal reading, you can link down below this video in the description box, and you can email me, and I'll get back to you. If you don't, then you can just keep watching the videos and like and subscribe, and come back and see what's new here, what's new, what's popping. Okay. So today I'm going to talk about love only. Hopefully I can get stayed to love, because you know me, I go over the place for some reason. But I'm going to start through past a few things, and I'm going to go up to the present, things that's happened yesterday or today, or maybe going through tomorrow, or you don't know. Or we don't know. Let's go. And so we get started. So a little something. Okay, Pisces, you guys might wake up hungry like I was just a minute ago. Okay, also, don't forget to go back and watch my other Pisces videos, watch the other zodiac signs if you guys are dating Aquarius, if you're dating Gemini, you know how y'all love them Gemini. And some of you guys be dating a Virgo, married to Virgo, married to Gemini, married to Aquarius, married to a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. If you guys are married or been married, divorced, go back and watch those videos of those zodiac sign people, and pretty much listen to. For me as a reader, looking at what my videos as I read, if I start from Aries up to Pisces, I can see the story, you know. So I think it's so amazing. Like, I used to write it down a lot, and by the time I get through writing, it's like you get to see the whole entire book. It's like so crazy. I think spiritual world is so amazing, even though a lot of people don't comprehend a lot of it, and I feel like it's crazy how it's telling you how things are happening and why it's happening and who you're dealing with and how it's going on. It's like, oh my god, it's so exciting. Even though people may say it's not your craft, if you don't succeed in it, then leave it alone. Why you keep trying to push it? And it's like, it's hard to explain to people unless you understand how to be human. And to understand how to be human, that's why I do it, because it's something bigger than any talent that I ever actually do. I'm the type of person where I like to learn how to do a lot of different things. Even if everyone says that's so low to be a housekeeper, that's so low to be a cashier, that's low to be a CNA, that's so low to be what you call it, anything that I feel like everybody feel like you don't need to do that. I feel like it's not about being so low in those things. It's about, can you do those skills, and why is it called your professional skills, and why do you need to help somebody clean up their house? Why do you need to clean up somebody's apartment? Why can't they clean themselves? So there's a lot of things that goes on that you feel like, wow, dang, I'm actually helping somebody. Dang, you know, this makes sense now. And a lot of positions that deals with accounting and money and stuff, I was doing a cashier and realized that, dang, now I know how to do accounting. Oh my god, I didn't go to school for this, but now I know how to do accounting, you know. So there's a lot of things that I see around, and like, oh my god, it's wonderful. It's fun for me to get to know different skills and talent. And when I got to know this because I have dreams a lot. And sometimes I'm talking to people, and a lady comes to me, she was like, stop talking to people because you're telling their business. And I was like, no, I don't know the people. Can't be telling their business, right? This is something Pisces does, you know. And I think all three water signs have a strong psychic. Sometimes I talk to my mom, and sometimes she be speaking on what I'm thinking in my head. And I'm looking at her like, how do you know how to do this? But yet still in your life, you run into nothing but horrible men. Or you run into people that you're attracted to, that you feel like you have to be there to save them, but not actually save them. For me, it's opposite. I try to save bad people, but in reality, I don't try to make you live in my life. I don't want you in my house. I don't want you in my bedroom. This is not me, okay? Like, you keep that out of there. I don't want the cops breaking in the house talking about, oh, you did this and this. I'll get paranoid. I'm not the type of person. For Pisces, well, like, whew, The water signs, y'all full baloney. Hey, that's the is. I read your cards and I look at it like, oh no, I hope that's your friends. Because if it's you, no, I don't want to bother that. I'm hard to leave. Okay. You be trying to figure out why I put the duster shoes on. Put my duster shoes on to get the heck on because ain't no. It's a no. It's a no for me. It's a hell no for me. Some Pisces with education, some Pisces that ain't with the bull crap, that they feel like they don't have to be with somebody to be crooked and shady. Sometimes they meet a good husband. Some of them don't. Majority of the time, they think they got a good husband until they find out he's a buzzman. He's a shady dude. He's doing all kind of crooked stuff behind your back that you thought he was legit with, and you come find out he wasn't legit about it, okay? And come find out he was, one kind of house scheme behind it, and you ain't know, okay? That's kind of what some Pisces go through. Like I said, they meet a good man, the man is about on deathbed, or he better, that's the kind of what some Pisces have. I don't want to jinx you. I want to put it out there. That's what it's all of it. Some of you guys go through that. Okay, from my experience, it's like, if he's with you and he's a good man, he's catching the pure devil with you. I don't know why. My friend, I won't say my friend because I didn't like the girl, but I would say the Scorpio who I was hanging around, she's best friend with a Pisces who was telling her business, who just to me was not necessarily her friend. And I don't dislike Pisces. I'm the type of person where I am, I don't know, argue with you all the time every 5 minutes, right? And she was one who tends, like, every time we meet up, she's arguing or trying to be better than me. And I'm like, I don't want a competition, not today. I don't like to compete. I like to have fun and everything. And I don't want nobody in my circle who's dragging me down for wearing these shoes or having this shirt on. Why you doing this and why? Please, let's have fun. We came here to have a good time. We didn't come here for you to dictate every 5 minutes what I got. I don't want you to bring me down or to drag me for what I have on. Please, let's not do this. Do you have any good thing in your spirit? Can you laugh and have talk and drink and have a good time? I don't want you drunk. But if that's distract you from judging someone, good God, it's okay. It's somebody out there for you. You gotta have the whole entire club. Why you want everybody in your body and then your body wide open? You mad because we want to get married to somebody. He don't want you because your body go wah 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 wah. Okay? He just dive in. He's in the ocean, Pacific Ocean. Do you want that? I feel like some of you Pisces, your hair strong, you're like that. And it's not just Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. All three, you have this binge where you just feel like everybody in the room has to want you. You the material, I'm material, well. You know that Madonna video where she had all the guys surrounding her? Or what's the other girl name is? What is her name? I want to call her I want to say Lana Bitch Falling Down, but I know it's not her name. Yeah, just calm down. Be okay with what you have in front of you. What's for you, or just enjoy who you're with or somebody. Just don't tear somebody else down because you feel like you want to be the one that has all the attention. Sometimes it's not good to sleep with everybody and have all the men's in and out you or have all the women's in and out you. Just tone down, Pisces, okay? You have a beautiful spirit. Oh my gosh, when you walk around people just sick and feeling bad, it's like they feel better for some reason, okay? That's why you make good nurses and doctors and stuff, because you got a very good healing energy, but it's just that insecurity thing that keeps knocking. Your insecurity is at a level 75, and then you be at level 10. Because it's okay to have it sometimes, and we all have it. But it's also good to throw that thing back there. For me, I had to learn that I can't have all the cake in the room, my big old cake plus other person's big old cake, because they got cake. I had to learn to accept what's in front of me and be okay with it. Everybody has to have their share. We all humans. What are you going to do fall apart this world if you take it off on them? So you have to learn to share. And I had to learn to share. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then I realized I was a people person, that I love to make sure people are good. And so when the energy came over me, I was like, dang, I kept giving. Now I'm in this status or a phase wherein I give within reason. Right now I can give a whole lot in spiritual world, but I give within reason so that I don't over flood it and I don't scare people and sound weird, very weird. Okay, and shoot. I have a hard time trying to slow down talking. Unless it's like I'm about to tell you something. That's why I did a lot of typing because hey, okay, shit, girl, my speech is all over the place. I talk too fast for one. I know when I try to slow it down, I sound like I'm talking a whole other language. Are you from Russia? No, just that when I slow it down, I sound like, you know. So anyway, it's confusing, right? So anyway, Pisces, I have been long enough for 10 minutes on your videos without giving you guys any readings. I know that's probably annoying, but hey, anything that comes around, sometimes it's something that you maybe need to hear from. But anyway, in the past, Pisces, I want to talk about love, only love. As you see, I talk about different kind of things, which is how I interact with Pisces, which probably was irrelevant for you guys for a minute now. But hey, hopefully I can remember the time stamp. I did not time stamp anything, but at 10 minutes, maybe 10, 15, no, 11 minutes, I start the conversation. Okay, so let's put it down now. 11 minutes. Pisces, talking about love. So 11, 15, your reading starting. So Pisces, I feel like for some of you guys in the past, this person, you probably with someone for a very long time. And you had all your dreams and hopes come through with this person. You was loved with this person for a long time. You probably had children with this person. For some of you Pisces, I feel like for some of you Pisces who are single that actually don't have anybody, I feel like you're dreaming. You had a crush on someone for a very long time. And I feel like you were trying to figure out, oh, should I call him? Should I call her? Am I ever going to see the person again? You know, it's like they touched the soft part of you that made you kind of feel more emotional than what you usually be, you know. So I feel like you had a crush on somebody, or you were talking to somebody in your past, and I feel like you were thinking of the person all the time, and you were dreaming about that person, having visions and stuff of that person. And you could work with that person. You could work on your own. You could be a nurse or doctor together, and you could have a crush, but you don't tell a person that you like them at your job or whatever profession that you work in. I feel like for some Pisces, you've been looking at this person, eyeing them, but you just don't know. Some of them probably married, and some of them are single. But at the same time, you just don't know if you're that person for them. I feel like you're feeling insecure, you're overthinking, and your emotions. So whether or not this should be a thing. And for some of you Pisces, I feel like you were dealing with someone where you were having a fast friend with that person, but you wrote something serious with this person, but you're scared to tell that person because you feel like you're not good enough, they may not want you. For some of you guys that are married, I feel like you've been having a fast friend with strangers, or if you don't, you know, husband don't know or your wife don't know that you've been out there just slinging it to somebody else on the side. And I feel like I don't think you really like that person. I feel like you just piping out your fantasies. You know, some things you don't do with your wife, you do with somebody else on the side. So I feel like for some of your Pisces, like, I don't want my wife to bust me out by doing some things I want this person on the corner here to do. So I feel like you've been going with strangers to get them to do some kind of wild, freaky stuff with you, you know. But at the same time, you're like, I don't want my wife to do it because my kids might walk in the room and see my wife. They're like, Mom, Dad, what is that you're doing? Type of thing. Yeah, you know. Yeah, so it was one of those get around things, you know. For some of you Pisces, I feel like you're trying to hold back your feelings, and maybe you're mad about something, and I feel like you want to tell this person, maybe a Leo, maybe a Cancer type person. I feel like you want to yell and scream at this person, but you're trying to keep it maintained because you know that this person here will hurt your feelings even more. But I feel like you're tired of holding back your anger. I feel like you have this raw type of mindset when you talk to this person. But at the same time, I feel like right now you just don't want to lose this person. You don't want them to go. And because you don't want them to go, you're trying to pipe it down. But I feel like somewhat in the beginning of the relationship with this person, you guys was always yelling and fussing. So now you're so used to being like you live in the hood, or you live in what's called hood, where you just kind of feel like you can just be loud and ratchet and say whatever comes to your mind. But I feel like now you're trying to, you see this person is not like that, but I feel like this person also, if they are like that, I feel like you're trying to maintain your side because you notice how they're more dominant over you. So you're trying to keep your tongue tied, even though you want to express yourself, but I feel like it's driving you crazy because you want to be able to say what's over on your mind. Sometimes you have outbursts. You might have outbursts with the kids because I think you want to say this to your husband or wife or boyfriend or whoever you're in a relationship with. But I feel like some of you Pisces is like, ooh, I'm gonna say this so bad. He gonna make me nut up, or she gonna make me nut up. Ooh, I'll maintain this. I'll maintain. I'm maintain cool. Act all sweet and kind. All right, I got you. I got you. I got you. You know, until that day comes and it's like you can't hold it no longer. So be careful with that energy of holding stuff in, because it could make your body sick and make the blood pressure goes up high because you're trying to be pouting and pouting and pouting. Learn to woosah and understand that some things that are said are not that serious. Also, when you feel like you got to go tick for tack, just say woosah and name Jesus by that peace be still in the spirit. I always call on that peace be still, and peace be still is something that calms down your anger so you don't feel like you're pouting. Because when you're pouting and you're angry and you have a tendency to want to express what you want to say, it causes your heart to kind of like beat a little faster, the blood run through your body a little faster, and kind of like get out of control. You know, then you just in the hospital with a, you know, da 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 da. So stay calm, stay relaxed, Pisces. So you don't be making your own self sick and cause your own self pain. Get some relax, sleep. I feel like some of you Pisces been up, and not getting enough rest. I know money makes you want to get it, and I know things in life happens and it makes you stressful too. But also get your rest, get your Z's for some of you Pisces. I feel like some of you guys are just afraid of going to sleep because you got kids and life, you know, and you're worried about money and you're worried about whether somebody's gonna give you the money or something like that. Because I feel like this energy is a give or take. And I feel like some of you Pisces in the past, I feel like there was more giving of another person than giving to the other person. You get what I'm saying? So you probably was spending more time with the side chick, having a good time, taking on trips, going around the world with another person, and your wife at home and like, where's he at? He ain't giving me quality time. Where she's at? She ain't giving me the quality time. So you probably busy with your friends or with the side chick, man, dude, whatever, woman, man, whichever one you was with. I feel like some of you guys would give somebody else more time, and I feel like he was on this high. This high had you going for some reason for some of your Pisces, but at the same time you got to be precautions because this high can also make you go to the planet too. Because anytime you're cheating and stuff, it's a repercussion of that. We always think that it's freedom to do it. It feels good to do it, but it doesn't feel good afterwards because it's like boom, bam, comments come creeping up, and then something bad happens. And then when something bad happens, and you all of a sudden you got to come like, baby, I didn't know what happened. What happened, baby? Oh, for real? You see what I'm saying? And you're not realizing that it's happening because you're out there sinning. I call with cheating is like a Jason Freddy type of thing. You ever seen every time a Jason move with somebody, time that teenagers start having, you know, Jason comes around, he goes, and then all of a sudden he's come creeping through the forest and he X them off. And it's like every time they do that. So I feel like for some of your Pisces, you could be dealing with energy where every time you do something negative, or should I say you've been going for a minute doing this with this person, and all of a sudden accountability comes up and say, hey, I need your whole accountability for what you're doing. Also, I feel like somebody has a gambling problem, and I feel like you're wasting money, and I feel like somebody is sick of that. Maybe you having an argument or disagree with someone because someone is always blowing the money, and I feel like this is causing you guys to have to figure out where you're gonna stay at, or where you're gonna have to move, and you're just tired of probably moving, or you're tired of just trying to figure out it's the bills when you're paying this month because someone has a habit that they're not taking control over. So I feel like you need to gain some strength, Pisces, and you need to buckle down and put your foot down. Okay? So if you with someone and you know they're not paying the bills, they're not doing what they're supposed to, don't just keep not saying anything and keep letting this person do what they want to do because you feel like you need somebody. You don't need somebody that bad, okay? Learn to give yourself a break and breathe from negative type people. Don't always feel like bad people has to be there or bad energy is how to survive in this world. Because some people have to scam. Some people feel like they gotta do all this stuff, but understand when you do it your way, it's gonna come back and bite you later, and then you sit in jail, sitting there a number of times. But try to wait on God and allow God a puzzle piece, because you guys have amazing energy when it comes down to touching on the spiritual world, and you guys can really get deep into God when you're doing the right thing. That's the tricks and trades of the water signs and earth signs, is that you guys have this energy where you can just touch down with God so quickly and be blessed if you're doing the right thing. Like I say, just imagine every day you crossing your T's, dot your I's, and you're doing everything to 75% 100. Because like I said, sometimes our mind will slip and think negative and do some negative things that we don't know that's actually a sin. Sometimes we do know, sometimes we just try to see if it's a sin. And just imagine the blessing that you get from God. You be like Job. And Job was a good man that God seen all good in, and he got everything he wanted. Some of you Pisces can get all the things that you want within reason and be surprised that you get those things. It's because you have a good heart, good intentions. Because some of you Pisces really will help somebody out, especially the bad people. Especially somebody who got out of prison or somebody up to no good. You are good at having people. But if they're good, then it seems like you do the wrong thing for some reason. So be mindful, smoking, drinking, getting too high for some of you Pisces that's been doing it for a very long time. And be mindful of attracting this type of people, because you don't want to be in a situation where your luck is always bad. You always got to move. You got somebody who's gambling and trying to make sure they win big money but still losing, okay? Some people win good money right here, this big money coming through, and they turn around and you lose it all. Delusional. What's wrong with this picture? You get what I'm saying? So be mindful of just always dragging yourself under with bad people when you don't have to be in bad people. Like I said, your energy is really good for praying and asking God for what you want and walking right, doing right. Be a giver, and give within reason. You don't have to give, I'm going to give all my last. Sometimes it takes that if your sin is heavy. You give all your last and you be like, oh my gosh, I ain't got nothing. But Jesus also said, don't give all what you have to need to pay your bills and that you can't sustain yourself later. So give within reason. If someone needs your help, then hey, God is trying to test you because he knows something later is something that you need, okay? So do within reason. Okay, this is your past, and let's move on to what's going on now, maybe yesterday or something you're dealing with, maybe in a near couple of days or weeks that's probably transpired, but usually this happens like during this week or so. Or maybe it's just something that you need to hear in midst of you going through whatever you're going through, Pisces. Okay, so I feel like you have many options, as I said before. And I feel like you need to narrow down some people because it's caused you confusion. Because I feel like you're insecure for some of your Pisces about who really loves you. And I feel like you're afraid of being with somebody. And I feel like you feel like if you get with somebody that they're not going to really love you. And I know Pisces, y'all feel like that all the time. I don't care if you're married for 50 years, you still feel like your husband loves you enough. And I think that's because you're born with emotions, and that emotions always turned up. So therefore, you have to learn to be humble and learn to balance. And a lot of people may misunderstand what the word humble means. Humble means being humble with anything. If you're a billionaire, it means being humble with your money, which means that don't act like you can't fall down, is basically what it's saying. When you married to somebody, don't act like the man can't leave you. Don't act like you so good that he can't cheat on you or she can't cheat on you because you just so manipulative. Never put yourself on a high pedestal or think you too this that you can't fall down because you can, okay? That's one thing about God. He's always want us to be humble in everything that we do and get and receive from other people, our children. Never think your kids can't do no wrong. They ain't do this. I feel like some of you guys are fighting you're standing around for your children. I feel like some of you guys are like, my child innocent, my child this, but you need to come to the truth of what's going on with your child and pray over it and pray that your child walk the right way. Correct them for their wrongness. Don't keep them thinking that they're actually innocent when they know they did it, but at the same time, you delusional with it and they're going to be delusional with it, okay? Yeah, I'm on song. So be mindful when someone's trying to help you see life and tell you the right thing to do. Let them help you because you don't want to keep walling in sin and keep living the way you live and jump from house to house trying to pay bills, going from car to car because you can't pay a car note. Everything you get against is quickly it leaves. You get a house, it goes. You get a car, it goes. Everything you got is like you should be in the army. That's why probably the military exists because a lot of y'all water signs and fire signs, they find it very playful to attend to very important things. And so the military have it where they pay for your rents and stuff for some of you guys who have upper branches inside the army. So that's why I feel like it fits water signs on all that because you guys hate to pay bills. Some of you, and some of you guys may have it down pat. So I'm not judging everybody, but I'm actually telling you from my experience and friends and stuff who feels like, life is a joke. It's not a joke. It's serious when you have a lot of kids, and especially when you get in the house. If you ain't gonna pay the rent, why are you unpacking the thing? Me, I keep my bags ready and stuff, because I know with Pisces and water signs, y'all forever moving because you don't want to pay the landlord. You don't want to pay rent. Some of you guys feel like, why do I have to pay rent? That's why I be stressing about people need to have their own land. Because water signs, whoo, y'all do not like paying rent on time. You better like paying any of the bills in the house. Light, water. Why the light bill so high? I get somebody to pay it. I'm like, no, no, no. Let's focus and create good karma. Okay. So when you pay your bills on time and you create good karma, then you have God opportunity to come and step in and say, hey, I'm gonna give you a break and let somebody do it for you. I'm gonna give you a break and let some husband or let a wife, somebody has money to come in and help you. Okay. So be mindful of just being a snake with someone or self-demands that are snakish with snake attackers, and then you try to figure out why is everything going on in my life? Why we can't get together? We got all these children, and now we all got to move. Oh, we got all these children, we can't pay these bills. What's going on? Well, be mindful. Some of your Pisces, as I said before in your videos, a lot of you like to have babies for attention. And then once the kids get out, you're like, who gonna watch them kids? Because I ain't. They get on my nerves. I'm gonna roll over and go to sleep. Or I'm gonna leave the house. I'm gonna go party. I'm gonna go do this. You know, you need someone else to tend to your children. For some of you Pisces. Not all. I'm just saying for some of you guys that do this. And you know how you do it. Don't get mad. Don't get offended. Oh, they telling my business. Are you talking noise about me? I'm not talking noise about you. I'm just telling you things about you that needs to be changed. Okay? So like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and share my channel. Okay? You may feel like, girl, I ain't doing nothing. Who you think you talking to? Girl, I can't stand you. Girl, I don't like you. Girl, I don't this. But guess what? The truth will set you free. In my channel, girl, ain't nothing but what? Ain't nothing but blessings over here, okay? So you can like and love and leave it and not ever think about it again. But I guarantee you get tired of moving, you get tired of losing them cars, and you get tired of losing those children, and you want your kids back, I guarantee you come back over here then. You want to think about what I said, okay? So therefore, no one is trying to hurt you. You're just trying to make sure you're able to survive and raise those babies up to be the best people they can, so you don't have to have no bail money to bail them out of prison. So you have to put no money on their books. So you don't have to go over to court every 5 minutes for those children, because now you got to lie and say he was at that store, he didn't steal no bars of candy. Or she wasn't at that clothing store, she didn't steal no clothes. Oh please, she didn't kill him. She loved that man to death. So I know my son didn't kill that girl. So it's just different things that a lot of Pisces go through as water signs that you have to cover up for your kids, because you're not learning the proper way of how to be a mom, the proper way of how to be a husband. You can love your children, but you have to take care of them as sane. You know, you can't just have them and expect somebody else to raise them, and then try to run around. They're going through all the stuff because the games raise them, the street don't raise them. Somebody else don't put some negative stuff in their head, so they don't have no kind of love from you, and they don't know how to be for some of you Pisces. Okay, so I'm not trying to make you feel bad about living in life, but I'm also trying to make you feel like it's worth paying attention to. So some of you guys could deal with a Scorpio. Maybe the Scorpios for the bad, for the sick, or some of you guys probably have lost someone, or maybe someone is about to go out this week. So someone could be very ill, sick, or something. Could be a fire sign, could be a water sign type person. But also make sure you watch yourself, cover yourself, curve yourself. Place the enemies around the footstool rest. Do not let nobody tamper over your head, Pisces. Don't let nobody come into the midst of you trying to defeat you or any kind of way. Or if there's something that you're going through, it's going to be over. You know, whatever transition thing that you're dealing with, Pisces, it's about obsolete. You know, let me look a little further what that means for some of your Pisces. It's about through. Yeah, drive very safe when you're in your car. Don't be on your phone tic-tacking. And also make sure you take your cough medicine if some of you guys have a cold or something. Some of you Pisces probably dealing with a child that has a mental problem or handicap, disability. Some of you guys have a child that really messed up in school and stuff. Be mindful, because you don't want to have to behind that child, because I feel like some of you Pisces has a child. Some of you Pisces are getting over argument, a major argument with your friend, boyfriend. I probably already said that. So let's see what else Pisces do we got for you. So give me shuffling, excuse me, because I try to do it before, but some of you guys probably want to go to the beach or live by the beach. Some of you guys are feeling drained. As I said before, get your rest, Pisces. No chopsticking all that Red Bull, trying to keep yourself up for some of you guys that are young. Some of you guys probably need to trim the dog's hair, or you trim your pet's hair, or you need a haircut trimming yourself, or some of you guys probably waiting for your children to come back home, your grandkids. You're probably watching your grandkids for some of you Pisces. Some of you guys are over love. You just do behind the back for You burning his pictures. Like, I'm so sick of him, I hate him. Um, some of you Pisces could be, you have a preacher for a husband, or you could be a preacher in a church and you have a big organization for some of you Pisces. Some of you Pisces are stressed out or dreaming about the person who you had an argument or fight with. So it's like you feel like you always have to argue with the person, but I feel like in your dreams it's showing you what you're doing wrong and that you're always fussing with that person. The person is trying to be sweet. As I said before, I feel like a lot of you Pisces go through the energy where you're trying to quiet down because you realize that maybe this person is really trying to be there for you or trying to help you. And I feel like sometimes you're so much enraged of fearing that this person will leave you, that nobody really loves you, because if they say anything wrong, nobody's perfect, but you have to also keep it balanced and understand that don't always be at war to make someone correct, especially when you enjoy some things that they do. That's wrong, okay? So give some people a break, Pisces. For some of you guys have rich parents or well-to-do parents, or parents living in the suburbs and they taught you how to have dignity or something like that. So therefore you probably missed somebody who's a thug life, or had a life that wasn't so rich or fabulous, that was actually poor than you. So sometimes you have a tendency to meet those people and be attracted to people, and you have this ego and you treat them like such. So don't do that to people, Pisces, because that karma has to come back around, especially when you don't want to pay the rent for some of you guys, especially when you hate paying bills. So if you have that mindset where you feel entitled, but yet still you looking down on somebody else, that is a quick backfire, okay? So that's a karma that will come back and hit you and cause you have to move out and live like a bomb. You see what I'm saying? So be mindful of how you treat people, Pisces. Don't never make someone feel like they're lower than you, because that has to come back. For some of you Pisces, I feel like you get arrested and maybe thrown out to the floor. Be mindful of over talking, Pisces, and some of you guys maybe get too high to you, but delusional. So don't get so high so you start seeing stuff that ain't there, and then you turn around and say, could I have a house in the car, because you think somebody's your genie. So be mindful, Pisces, of getting too high and delusional. Sometimes you have visions, good visions, but sometimes the vision could be telling you the wrong thing. Okay, Pisces. So, and also watch over your kids, check on your kids, see where they're going at, make sure they're not in no games, because you don't want to have to visit or put money on their books, as I said before. Okay, so be mindful of that, Pisces. I feel like some of you Pisces are gossiping and somebody don't want to hear it. I feel like somebody is sick of the gossiping. I feel like you hang around a best friend or friend of somebody with Pisces, and I feel like either it's your husband or wife or best friend. I feel like somebody is sick of your gossiping. A part of you needs to kill the old you. For some of you Pisces, I feel like that side of you that you're doing, I feel like you need to stop that demon that keeps making you feel like you, cause you to have hard luck, cause some things in your life to be confusing and miserable, okay? So I feel like the old you needs to die, and the new you needs to come back and allow your blessings to come in. Because that's why they used to call Sagittarius the lucky one. I mean, that's why they used to call Pisces the lucky zodiac sign, because it seemed like you guys always get what you want. You used to be ruled by Sagittarius instead of you used to be ruled by Jupiter instead of Sagittarius, because it seems like you guys are always lucky. So when you guys are sweet and charming as babies, you let go of that sweet charming energy, and you become these people like everyone's like, girl, what's wrong with you? Don't try to get out there and feel like you gotta have every man and every woman, and to feel like you're somebody, because you're somebody without those people. You're amazing. You have a blessed energy. You'll be able to see ages one day, because some of you Pisces have just that kind of energy and don't realize it. Earth signs do too. You may say, what about fire and air? Everybody has it, but you guys have it. You guys have a spiritual side that's stronger, because you have the visions, and you can see. Vision is more of you stay in the dream world, okay? So those people that stay in the dream world have a better chance of seeing far beyond and things that is hidden from us, our regular eyes, you know. So with Pisces, if you get out your feelings and stop feeling like, oh, what about me? Nobody likes me. If you get out those feelings, you'll see that you have blessings around you, things that you want and need comes through. It's amazing for you guys. It really is. If you just get out your feelings and don't have a tainted heart, okay? So Pisces, this has been your reading. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys enjoy. And I hope you find something useful and that you can use and apply in your life. If you'd like a personal reading, you can inbox me below the video and email me, and I'll get back with you guys. Until then, I hope you guys have a nice day, a blessed day. And those of you who are struggling trying to get home, I pray that you're blessed to get home but pay the rent. And those of you who are trying to get a car, I pray that you're blessed to get a car but pay the car notes if you have to pay for it. If you're not gifted one, then pay the car notes. Do the right thing so that you can build a credit and so that people are not afraid to give you stuff or not afraid to give you a place to stay. So yet you can find somewhere that you're comfortable in, especially when you get some place that's cheap. Some of you guys have places really cheap, so you can save your money and buy land and build you a house or put you a mobile home on it. Mobile homes looking like nice houses now, so that you can able to just not have to pay rent for a long time. Okay, so and don't gamble all your money away. Don't try to get rich quick and scheme unless you give to people. Okay. Sometimes that stuff works when you're giving a lot of money or you don't pay a lot of money in. It's like, okay, I can throw some back. So be mindful of that, and be mindful of people who gamble with your Pisces. Don't get with somebody that gambles and say, hey, baby, give me your paycheck. I'm going to go flip it, and I'm going to go make this money out here, and then they flip it and go to jail. So be mindful of that, Pisces. Ask the world's turn. We need something different, okay? And for the proper Pisces, the ones who do business, stop doing all these scams. Stop trying to trick people out of their houses and money and stuff. Because you got a wife and family at home. You don't want that to happen to you. And then all of a sudden, boom, bam, you lose your job, and now you out of house and home. So be mindful of things flipping the switch on you as well. Okay, for your big top business people. Okay. So this has been your reading, Pisces. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and also share.